There it is. Fire in the Blackstone hole. There's the bearded Italian. Let's cook some snags. What the hell are snags? Let's find out. Stay tuned.
Okay.
Hello and welcome once again to my Blackstone griddle. What I'm throwing down for you today is we're going to cook some snags. First thing we're going to do is throw down some onions, you know, on the old Blackstone. Let's throw down some oil as well. Some butter flavor, I guess, should work. Get some this going. Oh yeah, forgot my seasoning, but that's okay. I got some more seasoning here. Yeah, a whole pile of onions. What are we doing today? We're making Austrian, or is it Austrian? Australian style sausage snags. Bunnings sausage sizzle snags. Let me tell you about this now. A couple of weeks ago, I made a video of some hot dogs that I cooked. I gotta get my snags out here. I got my onions cooking. Gotta get a little seasoning on them. Let's see, I got some Blackstone steakhouse seasoning. That should work. Just want to season my onions up a little bit. I didn't open the package yet. As far as that goes, just put a little bit of that on there. Steakhouse seasoning, that's good stuff. Get that on there. Let me get my snags out here. A snag is Australian slang for a sausage. And what I've got is some cheddar brats. I couldn't get the exact kind of snags that they use in Australia at Bunnings. What is Bunnings? Let's throw this away before I forget. Bunnings is a hardware store in Australia. We get the snags cooking. Not much cooking going on in this video, a lot of talking. You get the snags cooking. There you go. Okay, I got my snags, I got my onions cooking up. We gotta cook up a bunch of onions because at Bunnings is a hardware store. Oh, I started this wrong again. So I made a hot dog video a couple of weeks ago, and my friend Victor Bitters, he commented, he says, check out Bunnings sausage snags. And I thought, what in the world is that, a sausage snag? I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. So what a rabbit hole Vic sent me down. In Australia, there's a hardware store. They call it a hardware store, but I suspect it's more like a store like Lowe's Home Improvement Center, where you could buy washing machines and, you know, stuff for your garden and stuff for your grill. They sell Blackstone griddles there, as a matter of fact. And they sell Weber kettles. They sell everything you could possibly want for like outdoor cooking, that kind of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Ceiling fans, light fixtures, you name it. Lowe's has it. So I think that Bunnings hardware store is like Lowe's. So outside of every Bunnings is a stand where they sell what they call snags. What they are is sausages that they cook up, and they serve them on a piece of white bread. I think that's what made Victor think about it, because I served one of my hot dogs on a piece of white bread. I'm gonna have to move these over because they're getting a little too hot right there. These gotta cook slowly. We're in no rush to cook our snags. Gotta get our onions cooked up. So at every Bunnings hardware store in Australia, you can get a snag, a sausage. But I started doing research on this, and for the definitive snag video, I'm going to put a link in the description to my buddy, my new friend Schuey. Schuey is a competition barbecue guy in Australia. He's got the best snag video out there, in my opinion. Anyway, yeah, go check out Schuey in the description. I'll put somebody else in the iCard, don't worry about that. we're getting our onions cooked up. Starting to sizzle. Sizzling snags, baby. Nothing better. My snags are starting to sizzle too. Look at that. Starting to cook up. Okay, so you go to Schuey's hardware store. Schuey's. Bunnings hardware store. And you get yourself a snag. Now, there's some controversy has arisen over these snags at the hardware store. They had to raise the price of them. Over the years, they were $2.50 for a long time, and they had to raise the price to $3.50. So they made the news with that in that respect. And also, there's a big controversy on whether to put the onions on top or below the bread. If you put the onions on top of the sausage, they're afraid that if the onions slipped off of there, people could slip and fall. And they were thinking about, you know, possibly having lawsuits and whatever. So they recommended that you put the onions underneath the sausage. I don't think I'm going to do that because I'm not worried about slipping on onions. My snags are starting to cook up nicely. Yeah, man, there's so much to know about Bunnings hardware and snags, and Australian people are crazy. And wait till Victor Bitters sees the thumbnail for this video, because the beer I've selected for today is like a very controversial beer in Australia. You'll see when we get to that. But anyway, we got to cook up our onions, get them cooked up, get our snags cooked up. They're coming along beautifully. There's really nothing to cooking a snag or onions. It's a no-brainer on the Blackstone. Easy peasy. Got the right side burner turned off at this point, and they're cooking up beautifully. They're browning up very nicely. My snags. And my onions are coming along. You got to get them cooked up. We don't want to caramelize them. We just want to kind of grill the onions. What's better than grilled onions? Nothing to me. Now my son Charles and my cousin Lenny have tuned out by now because they hate onions. But anyway, have I said everything I wanted to say about Bunnings sausage snags? I think I did. I think if you go down in the description and watch Schuey's video, you'll get much more information than you will from me. Schuey is in Australia, so he knows his onions. He knows about Bunnings and sausage snags and so forth. I'm not in Australia. All I know is what I saw on YouTube. And that one snag's trying to get away. See that? The snags are coming along beautifully. The onions are coming along, getting cooked up. And Bunnings does a lot of charity work. They donate the money from their snag stands to different charities around Australia, like the Lions Club, I think, and a whole bunch of different charities that make money off of the sale of these sausages in Australia. So yeah, we're getting it done. This is almost ready to pop. That one keeps rolling away for some reason. Yeah, okay. Let me get the onions cooked up, get the snags cooked up. We'll put a couple of these together. I think I can only eat about 3 of these. And we're going to talk about the sauces that are available to us. Then we'll drink a beer and eat a snag. So stay tuned. Okay, the snags are done, the onions are done. Now when you go to Bunnings, you get a napkin like this and a slice of bread, and they put you on a snag. Put a snag on there on the diagonal. Now there's also some controversy about whether to put them on the diagonal or to put them on this way, which I'm not going to do. We're going to put them on the diagonal, on our bread, on the diagonal. And you got to ladle on some onions, of course. You want some onions on there. I'll bet you 90% of the people in Australia get onions on their snags. I know I want onions on mine. On me snags. Onions. A pile of onions. Not just a little bit. A lot of onions. We like onions. Okay. Now, when you go to Bunnings, you got your choice of 3 sauces. You can have what they call tomato sauce, which is, in my estimation, ketchup. But don't tell them it's ketchup, because you'll have to fight some Australian guy who's going to tell you it's not ketchup. So the other thing you can get is mustard. Of course I want mustard on one of my snags because I like mustard. So let's put some mustard on this one. In Australia you can get barbecue sauce. I've got the cheap Arby's sauce to go on another one. Let's dress up another one with some Arby's sauce, which is cheap barbecue sauce. They put that on their snags in Australia. And if you're lucky and you go to a high-end Bunnings, you can get some sriracha. So I'm going to put some sriracha on one. That'll be a good one. Some sriracha. And there's, I got my snags dressed up. I'm thinking about putting these in my old Blackstone taco rack. I don't know, I got to figure out a way to display these. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to take a taste of one of these and drink a beer. So stay tuned. That's my Bunnings Sausage Sizzler Snags. Don't they look beautiful? Stay tuned. All right, my snags are done. I was told by more than one person that I should zoom out on this last shot. Now here's here's today's beer. Now I know, Vic, that you don't approve of this beer, even though it says it's Australia's famous bar brand. It's not. Founded in Australia, but brewed in the United Kingdom. Australians do not like this beer. Brewed in the USA. Never mind that. Brewed in the USA. Okay, so it's not even in the United Kingdom. This is brewed in the USA. Foster's Lager, I believe. Let's pour that out, Rob. You've probably seen this before. Let's pour out some Foster's Lager without spilling it, making a mess, or over foaming the. There you go. Another good pour, Rob. Not perfect, but a good pour. Foster's Premium Lager. Yes, I believe it's a lager. Australia's famous bar brand. Not made in Australia, but Australia's famous beer. Let's quaff the froth off of that, Rob. It's not bad beer. I've had it before. Nothing wrong with that, Vic. It's good beer. Hey, beer is beer. Let me get one of my snags over here and get it in my mouth. Stay tuned. I'll turn the camera around so you can watch me stuff my face. Yes, sir. It's time for a snag. Which one should I eat? Well, I think I'm going to eat the mustard snag, because that'd be my favorite. My favorite one will be the mustard snag. A Bunnings Sausage Sizzler. I can't wait to get that in my mouth. What do you think? Oh. 1 second. That's not bad at all. It's actually good. It's delicious. A Bunnings Sausage Sizzler. Did you ever think you'd see the day? I want to thank my buddy Victor Bitters, for turning me on to Bunnings Sausage Snags. They're amazing, and I love them. Those cheddar brats are okay. They're not the best. They're okay. I love onions. I love brats. It's my favorite lunch right here. Anyway, you know what I always say? Go down in the description and check out my buddy Schuey, my new friend Schuey, who's a competition barbecue guy in Australia. He's on the road right now. He's not making videos. He's doing competitions. But check out his Bunnings sausage snag video. It's the definitive Bunnings video. And yeah, subscribe to me, the Root Boy Cooks. Come back next week. We may not cook anything good, but we will drink a beer. And go over the iCard and visit my buddy. My mouth is watering. I want another bite of this snag. A snag. A sausage snag. Look at that. That's outstanding. Vic, thank you. Thank you for turning me on to this amazing stuff. Anyway, let's get back to the business. If you like this crap, please subscribe. If you don't, go up in the iCard and visit my buddy Patrick. Now, Patrick is in Australia. He's an awesome dude. He's cooking up some awesome food. You're gonna wanna go check him out. There's nothing better than hearing Patrick say, I shoved some dim sum up a chooks clacker. I mean, it's awesome. He's an awesome dude. Go check out Patrick in the iCard. Subscribe to me. Go down in the description for the definitive Bunnings Snag video from Schuey's Barbecue. Come back next week. We may not cook anything good, but we will drink a beer. And this Foster's is not bad, Vic. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay, babies. See you next week. Bye.